What's going on? Mike Hobbs here, and I'm really excited about this video. I did an unboxing of this yesterday, or actually, I think it was the other day, and I released it yesterday. But I did the unboxing, and now I'm actually going to be showing you the Facecam Pro. I'm going to show you the settings. I'm going to show you what I like about this camera and why I'm excited about using it in the future. Now, I'm actually using my regular Sony ZV-E10 camera right now for the video that you're seeing now. And because I'm going to be demonstrating this software, I'll be showing you the Camera Hub software, and you'll see how the camera looks in there. So anyway, let's go right into it. So a couple things first before I get into the actual software and the settings is number one, I really like how they didn't put a microphone inside of this camera. This is actually really, really smart because I get this question all the time. Actually, the other day, someone actually asked me, they're like, hey, my webcam quality is actually pretty good, but the sound is bad, right? And I always have to explain this to people that they shouldn't be using a webcam for their microphone. I explain this all the time. It seems like at least once a week, someone's telling me that their audio doesn't work very well. Which microphone should they get, or which webcam should they buy that has a good microphone? And I always just tell them, have them separate. Always have a separate microphone from your web camera. It'll sound a lot better. And so what's cool is they're actually forcing people to do this because they don't even have a microphone inside of the camera, and they're focusing all the technology on the actual quality of the camera instead of the microphone. So I actually really like that because it's teaching them the proper way to do videos right out of the gate. So that's a hidden benefit to the first thing that I like about this. The second thing is I really like how it has autofocus, and I'll show you that when we get into the software. So if you move backwards or forward, it'll focus in on you. The third thing is it's a 4K camera. The future of the internet is obviously expanding and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and faster. And so 4K is starting to become the normal. Right now, I'm still doing everything in 1080p, but this is a 4K 60 frames per second camera. So it is set up for the future. So when people start streaming in 4K, you'll be set up right for the future. So that's another benefit. I actually don't know of any webcams that are 4K with 60 frames per second. So for all of you streamers out there, that's perfect, right? And you'll be able to stream in 4K when that capability is normal, right? The fourth thing I really like is it works on both Mac and PC. A lot of web camera softwares only work on one or the other, and this one, the Camera Hub software, actually works on both. So it's a really cool feature for anyone who has a PC or a Mac computer. So anyway, let's go get right into the Camera Hub software. So I'm going to show my screen right now. And as you can see, here is the Camera Hub software. And this comes for free on your Mac or your PC. You just download it from the Elgato website. And right here, you'll see I have the Facecam Pro plugged in, and this is what it looks like out of the box. So I already reset it to factory settings. So right when you plug it into your computer, this is what it looks like. At least on my desk, it's a little bit lower than my other camera, right? So I'm looking up, but basically this is what it comes like right out of the box. Super clear, I think. But then what's cool is you get this Camera Hub software. Normally, to get these settings, that like to change the exposure, the white balance, the picture, usually you have to buy some kind of third-party software to do this, or you have to have a high-end camera that changes these settings. Like the one that you're watching me on right now, I change all these settings in the camera itself. But now it just comes right out of the box. But what I really love about this camera is it looks great on auto. Like everything is just set to auto right now. Let me show you the difference because I actually have the original Facecam on factory settings, and check this out. I'm going to switch it to the original. And this is the factory settings of the original. Like it's just like, whoa, I'm all blown out, right? On auto. So when everything's on auto. So with the older one, you can get a good picture. So if I turn off the automatic white balance and I set the white balance to where I want it, if I turn off the auto exposure and I set the shutter speed and the ISO to where I need it, and then the white balance to where I need it, and you mess with the settings, and I zoom in like this. Let's see. So if I mess around with the settings, I can make the original face cam work, which is fine. I think it's kind of cool that you can make it work and you can make it look good. But I really like how the Facecam Pro, just right out of the box, looks great. Right? It's just ready to go. So that's actually really helpful when you want to just plug and play, plug and go. Now, if you want to do all that stuff and turn this off and manually adjust things and make it maybe darker or lighter, maybe I want to brighten me up a little bit. So there we go. And if I want to change the white balance, let's say my lighting is a little bit different, I can do that. Or if you're wearing a different shirt, sometimes the white balance thing is useful. But again, I think the auto works perfect, which I actually really like. I prefer the auto if it's going to work. You can also zoom in. So if I don't want my window in the background, there we go. I can just zoom in. I can center myself. And I think that looks pretty dang spot on, even with, so the auto is a little darker than I normally like it. But again, I just click that and turn it up just a little bit. Boom. But the beautiful thing about this software is you have full control of everything. You have full control of your white balance, your exposure, your picture, the focus. If you don't like the where I back up and it focuses in and then it focuses in here or right there, focus. If you don't like that, the autofocus, if that annoys you, you could just turn it off, right? And then just set it manually. But the bottom line is I'm really impressed with this camera. One last thing is you can save the settings. So that's another cool thing. So once you save all this stuff, you could just click save. And then I can shut down the Camera Hub software and then just use this camera in whatever program you're using, Zoom, your ScreenFlow, any recording device that you're using. You could just choose this camera from that recording device. You don't have to have the Camera Hub software open because you could just click save and it actually saves it to the camera. So I can actually unplug the camera, go to a whole different computer, plug it in, and those settings are ready to go out of the box on the new computer or whatever place that I'm using it. So anyway, I really love this camera because it actually makes it a little bit easier to sync the audio and the video when you're using a webcam because it goes straight into your computer with your microphone as well. Whereas with the camera, sometimes my audio is a little bit off and I have to sync it up later. But anyway, this is definitely a go for webcam in 2023 and beyond. Definitely highly recommend picking it up. There'll be a link in the description if you want to check it out. And if you'd like to learn what I do online, what I use all this equipment for, the videos that I shoot, and how I earn a living, go over to seekprosperity.com. You can check out my free marketing resources over there as well. Make it a great day. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.